Good morning, friends. Welcome to my channel, Infra and XT. Today, we'll start the discussion, or we'll continue the discussion. What we had last was we worked on a small lab setup of home network with a switch in between the two computers, and we tried the computer on my left side can talk to the computer on the right side using the ping. We had tried testing their reachability from each other. Ping is a protocol which we discussed is just to test the reachability between the two devices, between the two users. Now, the alternate of this switch, we discussed that in the real scenarios. At home, generally, what we use the home Wi-Fi, right? Most of the times, the service providers, for example, Airtel in India or Jio or any such service provider, BSNL, they provide us a router which has the Wi-Fi connections. Sometimes we directly connect or hook our cable to the TV or the computer which do not support the Wi-Fi. But wherever it supports Wi-Fi, what we do? We just connect to their SSID, which we call the term SSID for Wi-Fi. So when you turn on your computer or your laptop where you have the Wi-Fi option, if you can see my screen on the right side at the bottom, if I just click here, this is my Wi-Fi setting. This particular Wi-Fi, what you see here, the different Wi-Fi option, what I'm saying, this is called SSID in network. So this SSIDs are due to my home Wi-Fi connection which you see here, and this is getting set under this route. So today we'll discuss how this Wi-Fi I'm going to place in our lab, and we'll set two devices, one laptop and another is computer. One on the computer will connect the cable, and other for the laptop, it will have a Wi-Fi connection. It will be connecting automatically without a cable. Once it connects, we'll see the IP address is assigned automatically, and then the users from laptop can reach out to the computer which is on the cable connection. So within the home, some users are on the cable, some are on Wi-Fi, but they still communicate, can reach out each other. That's what we are going to discuss. With that, let me get into Cisco Packet Tracer. Once you open Packet Tracer, let's set up our lab ready. Click on the network option, select the fourth option here, which is wireless. Scroll to the right, come to the home gateway and drop it here. Now we want the two machine, one laptop and other is the desktop. Click on the end devices. Click on the PC on the left, laptop on the right. Let's connect the cable for my PC as we did in last lab. Fast Ethernet to the first interface, which is the Ethernet 1. And now let's fast forward. So this is ready to communicate. Before we progress, I want to say, I want to make it more realistic, like we said in our home network. We never set a static IP on my machine or my laptop. It automatically takes IP from the router. So this router is already set with the IP. You want to see what is it? So let's come here, click on LAN. This is set with the IP called 192.168.25.1, and this is the range. So IP from 192.168.25 is the range, what it is going to give it to the end devices automatically. You just have to select the right options. That means if I come to my PC and see whether I have a IP assigned, as of now, you will find no IP address. Just select how to check the IP assigned or not. IP config, enter. You see there is no IP assigned. But if I just click here on my config and see here, instead of static, if I just change it to DHCP, we'll talk about DHCP separately if we want. But for now, the moment I said DHCP, it has taken a default gateway as 192.168.25.1, which is set it in the router. You see here, it is already taken. I'll show it now. Come back to the same desktop and search ipconfig whether I have received the IP. My IP is 192.168.25.100 and the gateway, which is the router IP address, is 25.1, which is this guy. Come here, 25. So this is now received an IP address. All set. Now, how do I set up my laptop ready? Whether laptop is going to get the SSID or the wireless? For that, we have to do some pre-configuration on the router. Come to the router, click on wireless. On wireless, I set SSID, which I was seeing in my machine, right? It is here set as a home gateway. I'll change it with my convenient NXT and the authentication as the WPA2 PSK, which is a passphrase. It's a password, you can say ABC 123 capital ABC. So remember, the SSID and the password has to be correct when you use it on the laptop. So if you know this, you just remember this thing and you do the same thing at the other side of it. Come here. On this laptop, first thing you should know is packet tracer generally do not give us, by default, do not give us a wireless option. If you zoom in, you can come down and see there is a adapter which is provided to connect a LAN cable, which is RJ45 cable. So we'll change this with the wireless adapter. How to do that? For that, to make it more realistic feeling, Cisco Packet Tracer has given the switch off, switch on button. So replace this adapter, you must turn off the laptop. Then come here, remove this by clicking this and dropping it on the left side and taking a Wi-Fi adapter from the right side option. So in our case, we'll take the option called PT laptop NM1WAC. So pull it from here and drop it on this empty space. Now this laptop is ready to set for the wireless SSID. Now I'll turn on this laptop. The light has turned green. Now go to the configuration. In configuration, it is already set up as DHCP, so it will receive dynamically, but wireless setting is important. By default, here the SSID configured as default. I will change it to NXT, which was our SSID, and PSK, WPA PSK is. Let me set this wrong to check whether I am receiving the signal or not. So let's change it just a small difference. And see, I'm not able to communicate even if I press on this fast forward. But if I correct this password on wireless to the correct one, how I set it, ABC, and come out and just click here. See, already it is connecting. That means remembering the password is important, and this password is secret to us. It is not something for the equipment. It should be more hard with respect to the password policy. What we say, we should follow more complex password, so no one can easily get your passwords so easily. So far, I have set the laptop ready. Let me see whether I received the IP address. Come to desktop, click on the command prompt. IP config is the command to check. I already got the IP 192.168.25.101. Why I'm getting this IP? You know that our router is set for 192.168.25. Our network, which is now. Let's bring both my PC and laptop on same screen. Let me try the ping test. What is the ping test? Ping test is a reachability test between the two machines. In our case here, one is laptop, which is on Wi-Fi. Other one is a PC, which is on the cable, connecting to the same home router. Again, I'll say ping means it is like, for example, two people talks over a phone. What they say when they dial a number? They say hello. Other person respond with hello when they hear it and say, hi, how are you? That means as a response, as a person could hear you. The same thing is the ping test for our laptop. To say hello to the other, what I'll do from the laptop, I'll try to reach the other person. How I would reach to the other person? With the IP address of the other person. IP address of the other person, that is nothing but a PC here, which is 192.168.25.100. I will just reach to that with the hello. It is a ping 192.168.25.100. Enter. You can see that I'm getting a response. Yes, right? I'll just minimize this. Now I will remove this cable. The cable, remove it. And now do the same test. Whether I can reach the same IP? No, I cannot. Let's see what. Let me connect the cable again. Put back the cable again between the PC and the router. Let's make it fast forward so I can communicate with the router. Let's see if I receive the IP address. Wait for the IP address, that whether it has received or not. I click config. Oh, look at here. I did not receive the IP what I expected. I am expecting an IP address of 192.168.25 dot some IP, but I am receiving an IP which is 169.254. In IP space, we call this is an APIPA IP. It's a self-given IP by a machine when it is not reaching out to the DHCP server, which is in our case as the home router. So we have to wait for some time so that this negotiation happens between the PC and the router, and then it gets the correct IP address. Now, can you see that? Yeah. Now you see we received the actual IP what we expected. Let's do the ping test again. From the laptop, I received this IP. With this, I want to say we can conclude this lab. We have tested both options, one with the switch, which was more of non-realistic, but yeah, it's a switch and two different machines connected over the wire. And the other today, which we tested, was a home network where the real Wi-Fi router is connected and machines connected in two different environments. One is on cable, other is on the wireless, like laptop, and both can talk to each other. As we progress, we'll create more complex networks by adding more devices, more network devices, more band devices. Starting from the home, we'll progress to the small office, to the bigger office, to the enterprise network solution LAT. So that will give you more clarity. If you have watched so far, I appreciate if you guys can subscribe to my channel and do not forget to like the video. Thank you.